everybody, and thanks for coming back for another puzzle. This time I have a set of 3 Lego puzzles from Crayonland bricks. I'll leave all of these links in the comment sections and description as usual. I don't know how long these are going to take. I don't suspect they're going to be terribly difficult, so we'll see if I can do it all in one video. If not, then we'll split it up into a couple different ones. So first I'm going to start with this one, then we'll do this one, then we'll do this one. Let's go ahead and put these off to the side for now. Okay, so this one here is called the Cube. And the Cube is Crayonland's 3rd puzzle box, incorporating elements from the other puzzle boxes as well as exploring new ideas. There are gaps and spaces deliberately designed where the tool, which is this on top here, can be inserted, but there's only one spot to solve the puzzle. This puzzle is solved when the dark red cube is removed. You can see it hiding and hear it rattling. There's 3 steps. You can push and slide sections, and at some point you'll have to use the tool. No force, and nothing should be taken apart other than the tool on top here. So let's just get right into it. So you can hear it rattling around, and it's sitting right behind this piece here. Like I said, it's 3 steps, so I'm not anticipating it to be too exceptionally difficult, but we'll see what happens. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes where we can insert this. I'm just going to start here. I'm going to count this as the front, since this is where the exit is. I feel like something's going to move here because of this gap on the corner, like maybe this piece will slide this way or something like that. Let's see if we can do that. Oh. Okay, so we push this big block in here, push this out, and it pushed out this thing here. So does that mean we can just, no. I mean, she did say it was 3 steps. Let's see if that opens something. That's not open. What about up here? Oh, that just pushes it back in. Wonder if I can, no. Oh, okay. So now that we have this piece out, this whole section slides this way, underneath, so it slides behind this, so we couldn't pull it out. I mean, yeah, we couldn't slide this way because this piece was blocking it. So now, that's 2 steps, so the 3rd step is going to be what? Something with one of these? Okay, what did I push? This came out, but now I can't push it back in. Is it because of the... How did that work? Why can't I push it back in? So that was the 3rd step. This looks like it should just pop right out of here. Do I have to push it with this maybe? There we go. So I use this on the top to slide it out. Oops. So 2.5 minutes. I wasn't expecting it to be exceptionally challenging, since they said it was only 3 steps. So how does this last... Let's see if I can show it. You can see that little brick sticking out just behind, so it's in line with this here. That was in front of this brick, in front of the cube, so it was sitting like right here, preventing it from coming out. So when we pushed, I have to use the tool for that. When we pushed this section out, it slid that brick back in behind here and allowed the cube to fall out. So we'll go ahead and reset it. This goes in first, and you have to shift it. It has to go, does it have to go up to... Oh, it was sitting on top of this. The cube was sitting on top of the little piece there. It wasn't in front of it. That's why I couldn't push it back in, because the cube had dropped drop down. So now it's blocking it from being pushed back in. And then you just push it out with this. So it has to go up, kind of like the Stellar box. Check it out up here. And then this goes in, and then we're going to slide this piece over, slide this piece in, put the tool back on top. There you go. That's the cube. It was a fun little one. You know, I like these little ones that are fun to just play around with sometimes, you know. Okay, so the next one we have is this one. It's called the Mini Sokoban. And Sokoban in Japanese means warehouse keeper. It was a video game in the 80s where the players pushed boxes around a warehouse to their designated spots. You can still find games like that nowadays where you have like a maze type thing and the worker has to move the boxes around. They can get stuck in corners and you have to restart. We'll put the links as usual. So the goal on this one is her 8th puzzle box. It's a lighter version than the original. I don't have the original, so I don't. So the solver needs to find the 2 stock boxes, move them into the cashier, and then sell them. The puzzle box contains a mix of sequential steps, interlocking pieces, and uses of a tool. So it's solved in 4 steps by pushing and pulling sections of the puzzle. The key, which is this, on top should be taken off and used as a tool to open the warehouse and release the 2 stock boxes. The puzzle is solved when the stock boxes are moved to the cashier area and sold by revealing the green money tile. Okay, so our final goal was a money tile. Don't take anything apart. Wait, there are several assembled parts that are to be removed and used in the puzzle. So that's probably the warehouse boxes. With the right moves, these parts should tip out. No force is needed. Only the key on top will be needed. There's a hint. We don't need the hint. No parts have been modified. No glue. So no force. Go ahead and reset that. There we go. We'll take this off. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 things where we can insert this in. As usual, we'll just start with that. Oh, here's the green money tile on the side here. Right here. I'm going to count this one as the front. Let's just go ahead and start pushing. Ooh. So that goes in kind of deep. Uh-oh. Okay, this one is really deep. Okay, now we're going to start pushing for sides. I can see right away this one. I'll use the tool for it. Looks like it's going to push in. There we go. So that pushes in. Pushes this piece out, which probably unlocks this. There you go. You can see that pushes this giant chunk on the side here out. I wonder if this yellow thing, yeah, here we go. Come on out. There's this yellow thing right here. I think it might be one of the, because it wants to slide out. There we go. So that's one of the warehouse boxes. It was hiding behind here. And when we move this out of the way, it unlocked the bottom of this hole here. So let's go ahead and see what happens if we insert our tool. Oh. So I can push it. But I can't get it all the way in because it's pushing this on the side here. But I suspect the reason this is 2 bricks high is because I can use this. Okay, so that pushed it in, and at the same time it slided this over. You can see it right there. And it also unblocked the bottom of this 2 brick. So we'll do that. See if we can get the tool to come back out. There it is. And I can see down in there there's some yellow blocks, so it's probably the other. There it is. Just slides right out. So why did it unblock? That doesn't do anything. Which ones haven't I used yet? Use that one. I don't think I used this, so it's 2 bricks, so let's go ahead and use this one. The only one we haven't used yet is this one. Start them both in here. That looks like it's gonna be the answer, because we will push in on this side and it'll push the green block out. But, oh, I wonder if I have to, so about halfway deep in this hole here, there's a brick at the top blocking these from going all the way in, but it goes further deep in on the bottom. So I'm going to put this tool in here, slide it down, and now we'll use these. I'm going to use that small tool as leverage with these two, and if we did it right, think, there it is. Uh-oh, come on. There it is. And that was another fun little one, you know. I mean, they're not intended to be exceptionally challenging, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Slide that back in there. Slide that back in. Put the tool on top. Oops, forgot to... 4 minutes or so. So that was the mini Sokobon. This one I'm excited to get into. Oops, I didn't intend to do that. I already, when I picked it up, this piece started rotating. I won't ignore that for now. This one is called the Seven Oceans. Seven Oceans. This is the fourth one that she did. It's designed around the idea of pressing a square button from the top and sequential moves to release the interlocking puzzle steps. To guide the solver, I use 7 green money tiles, which needs to be exposed for each of the 7 puzzle steps. I also kept all of the sidewalls looking solid to add some mystery and difficulty. So the puzzle was solved in 7 steps by pushing and pulling. Puzzle is solved when the green money tiles are exposed in full. In other words, each money tile should show the entire $100 pattern. No force. 7 is assembled from individual parts, no gluing, as usual. So the money tiles are these on the sides here. So this is kind of reminiscent of the lockbox from Cheat 3. Check it out. So, and this must be the button. Yeah, you can see it pushes down a little bit here. Let's just jump right into it. So we'll start here only because I noticed that we can see that's not totally solved because the 100 is not all the way out. So I can rotate it and put it back in the other way, leaving a gap here. But I probably shouldn't do that. It feels like it's kind of... This has to come out further at some point, though. Let's see if we got anything that pushes or slides. Here we go. So I'm going to call this the first move because the 100 came all the way out. So this I can push it just a tiny bit and it pushes out this 100 right here, but it's not ready to do that just yet. Button doesn't do anything just yet. Is this pushing? No. What about up here? This button pushes out this one on the bottom here. That's probably the very last one. You know, you have to unlock a bunch of different things on the way down, and then this wants to slide. Oh, I wonder if that has to do with this. Maybe this is like blocking it. There we go. Okay, so this rotating piece that we first found is blocking this section from sliding to the right. So we have to rotate it outwards like this. Now we can slide it over. So we got number 2 out here, but we still haven't released this one yet. We'll get there. I'm sure something later does. Is there a tool in this little slot here? No. So what could that unlock? And what is... So how can I possibly get this one to show... We'll get there. I feel like there's nothing rattling around in here, so that's probably just kind of have to. I feel like this should push in. Maybe later? It doesn't want to just yet, because that's, I can see it's hooked up to this one here. Ah, there we go. Okay. So we have to, so we rotate this piece and then it pulls out like this. Now we have the 100 all the way out. Now we can slide this one. I don't know if that's still considered exposed because we had it all the way out and it gets covered when you expose this one. I can't see any other way to get that out. Something... Does this rotate? No. Maybe? Kind of looks like it wants to. It's probably just rotating on the... There's probably a stud right here that it's sliding back on. No, that's not gonna... Oh, here we go. I can stick my finger in here and slide that one out. Okay. Oh, and now this one slides out. Okay. Now the button. We have 1, 2 more left. So let's see. This one's going to be last. Because how do we get this one out? Does this slide out of the way? Now I can't get that back in? Oh, probably because, let's see. Yeah, there we go. This looks like it should slide out of the way. But let's continue along with what we're doing here. Does it push in? Something's going to have to push this one out. Oh, there the button goes. Okay, now the button pushes the bottom one out here, and now can I slide this out? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7. I mean, it was exposed at one point to show the, in other words, each has to show the entire 100 pattern. Oh, I can just rotate it this way. There we go. Now we got them all. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there you go. That was interesting. This little button mechanism, I'm curious as to how that works. I can't see down onto the inside here. see if I can just kind of take a glance in there and see what's... See if I can see it working. What's blocking it now? Something's blocking it from going back in. So there's a little tile right here that's set, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's like right here that this is attached to. Why can't I get it back in though? So you never really consider a puzzle solved until you can reset it and understand how it works. So let's just try for now pushing these other ones back in, and maybe that'll somehow... Oh, maybe the button just isn't high enough up. The button doesn't want to go further down in either. I probably shouldn't have pushed all those back in. Let's see. See, now I can't get that out. Let's resolve this. And put it back together in order we pushed them out. Why doesn't this button want to go down further? Wonder if it had to do with this one, maybe? Now I can't get the button to come back up. There we go. Hold it in place here while I... So there's something blocking it. Let's see if I can kind of feel. Like right here. Oops. Wonder if I have to hold it up. And all the bills are out, so there shouldn't be anything blocking it. Why am I unable to... Okay, what I'm gonna do is pop off this bottom section here. Let me grab these nifty little Lego tools. I might not even be able to get it off because it's such a large... I guess I can use this end of it. There we go. I know you're not supposed to disassemble, but I'm curious as to how it works, so I'm going to. I don't want to totally bust it, but I want to know how it functions. This was right here. So there's a little slider here. How does the button? Oh, so the button functions because there's this angled piece, so the button probably comes down here and pushes it like this. What was up with this, though? This slider piece here. And why wasn't I able to push it back in? Was this just stuck up against something, maybe? You know, I didn't want to like push it too hard. Oh, it was on top of it? Did that come... Oh, it looks like it came apart. This is probably supposed to... I was probably pushing up against these studs like this. That's why it wouldn't. Probably pushed it too hard. And it popped off of there. Oops. Yeah, okay, so you can see... let's see if I can show you. Take this piece off. And we'll take that off. So at the bottom of this block here is these two. You can see them moving up and down. And they push along that sloped piece, which slides the whole thing out like that. I'm not sure I understand the point of this black brick. Maybe just to keep it in place. Oh, okay. That black brick just stays there. At least it's supposed to. It keeps popping off of there, though. Let's take it out. Let's see. This was here. This was here. And this was here like this. There we go. So I generally don't advocate for disassembling a puzzle. Come on, there we go. I'll squish it down a little bit. Only because you don't want to like ruin it, but I think in this case it was okay. Because first I wanted to see how this button functioned, and second we couldn't figure out how to get it back in, so you know, sometimes you have to, and that's just kind of the reality of it. So this one was the 7 Oceans puzzle box. This was a great one. A lot of different mechanisms that, especially this button, I've never seen that on a Lego puzzle before. Clever little thing. And this, we've seen some rotating pieces like this, but not kind of in this function where they're blocking a second piece like that. At least I don't recall. Maybe it's entirely possible. But anyway, those are the 3 puzzles from Crayonland Bricks: the Cube, Mini Sokoban, and the 7 Oceans. I'm going to give you a reminder again, I have my Bluetooth app. Check it out. Android only. Eventually we'll get to iPhone for those of you that use iPhone. We will get there. It just takes... I'm not developing it, by the way. I hired some people to do it. But that iPhone takes more development because there's some drivers you have to work around. So keep an eye out if you have an iPhone. I'll of course alert you guys to that. Check out Moonplay Cosmetics as usual. My sister-in-law Jess, she's great. She helped me. I've said it a couple times. She's coached me on what to do here so that we have better quality videos. I know they've turned out great for the last couple ones I've did. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.